Well, thank you, Kevin. Kevin did a lot of work during that pandemic, and one of which was to give us infusions, of which Tracy and I both had one. For COVID, I think they did something like 100,000 infusions during the COVID thing, so thanks for your great work. Richard, thanks for, almost 15 years, I guess now, that you've been chairman of the, president of the chamber. We appreciate your great work, and Phil Green has been a great leader for our community and chair of this event today. As I was writing this speech, at the same time, I was reading Flashes of Creation by Paul Hepburn. And it was how the universe started and where we are today. And our Earth is but a blue speck in the cosmos, lost in the expanding universe among billions and billions of stars. And we are here and gone in a flash. Astrophysicist Fred Hall wrote, quoted in the book, "It's a dreadful situation we find ourselves in." So you begin to wonder, do we really count? And is there a meaning to our life? I don't agree with Fred Hall. I believe we do count, and there is a meaning to our life, and here's why. If there is a heaven in the cosmos, Earth may be it. From the majestic mountains to the green valleys, to the clean waterways of creeks and rivers, to the green meadows and the splendid trees and plants, we are in nature's haven. And we may be the only species in the universe that has advanced to our level. So our humanity and our Earth do count. As insignificant as we are, in the blur of the moment we are here, there is a meaning to each one of our lives. And if we play a part in preserving nature, and at the same time working to take our species to a higher level where humanity is cherished, where civility is cherished, where bipartisanship is respected, where truth is rescued from the abyss of social media, and where compromise is not considered weakness, and where rational decisions prevail over outrageous conspiracy theories. I hope you will join with me and stand up and support these principles that are so important to us in our country. We can build a better society by reaching out to each other, looking for the good in each other, by ensuring love and care for all our children, promoting the best of health care, supporting education, providing economic opportunity, and creating a city that blends with nature, with urbanization by creating transforming projects. I'm going to leave 5 thoughts with you. First is focusing on education and emphasizing the stars of higher education. The engine that is the most important in raising our species to a higher level is education. We must support first-class childcare, pre-K through 12, and our great private institutions of higher education, Trinity, St. Mary's, Our Lady of the Lake, and Incarnate Word. But it's our 4 major public higher education institutions that touch by far the most college students, with an enrollment among the 4 of some 136,000 students each year. And they will be the determining factor in leading us academically, socially, and economically. And the stars who are building our future are UTSA President Taylor Amy, UT Health President Bill Heinrich, Texas A&M San Antonio President Cynthia Tenente Matson, and Alamo College District Chancellor Mike Flores. The Alamo College District is the largest college district almost in the nation, with over 90,000 students, and is the gateway to learning and the development of our workforce. Texas A&M San Antonio, with 7,300 students, is reaching out to first-generation students and giving them an opportunity for a first-class education. UTSA, with 34,700 students, is leading the way in data science, cybersecurity, and numerous other academic programs, as well as changing the footprint of downtown. The Data Science School that will open up this January will begin taking students, and on the other side of the creek, where the data school is, the county is providing land to UTSA to build their innovation, entrepreneurship, and careers building, an expansion of their College of Business. UT Health is on the cutting edge of research, creating a foundation for our growing bioscience industry while they educate 4,500 students. The city and the county, along with the private sector, must continue to invest in our 4 stars of public education, higher education. The county's invested $23 million in UTSA, and as mentioned, we're providing the land for them for a new business school. The county, through our great hospital district, has invested tens of millions of dollars in providing UT Health with a first-class teaching hospital. Our hospital district just bought 65 acres of land to build a 150-bed hospital next to the Texas A&M campus. And Mayor Nierenberg and I have headed up an effort to raise funds for the Alamo College District that's been very successful, and the county also supports them financially through the Alamo College's job training program. Second thought I want to leave with you is that we must create new public health initiatives. We learned a lot from the COVID pandemic. During that 2-year pandemic, Mayor Nierenberg and I had read 600 daily situation reports, participated in 400 health conferences, and we hosted 319 nightly media briefings. COVID took a toll on our community and showed us how important access to health is. The vast majority of the 48,000 people who entered our hospital with severe cases and the 5,418 who died had underlying health issues, obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular issues. To meet that challenge, the Commissioners Court has committed over $120 million for public health initiatives. We're providing $10 million for a new county preventive health department to focus on healthy living, including outreach to restaurants and nutritional advice to citizens. County Manager David Smith will soon announce who will be the head of that department. We're providing $10 million to the School of Public Health, a partnership between UT Health and UTSA to enable local citizens to be trained for public health careers as we face the increasing health challenges. We're providing $30 million, which we just approved yesterday, for headquarters for UHS Public Service, new headquarters, which will be next to Texas A&M campus. And we also provided just yesterday $10 million for a new UHS clinic. I want to thank George Hernandez and his team at University Health for the great work they're doing, and they've made a wonderful difference in our community. Just in the pandemic alone, we gave 500,000 shots. So George, thank all of you for what you're doing. We're providing $60 million toward drug and mental health issues that include grants to Lifetime Recovery, Crosspoint, and we just approved yesterday building a new facility at the Applewhite Treatment Center. In addition to the Commissioner's Court's investment, University Hospital is building a new 12-story women and children's hospital that will open next year. The hospital will include a dedicated children's emergency department, a level 4 national neonatal intensive care unit, and a level 4 maternity center to assist women as they go through pregnancy, and that is extremely important. They're also building 2 other locations for community hospitals, one on the west part of Bexar County and one on the northeast. One of the most important things we're doing at the Commissioner's Court is reforming our criminal justice system. It has a lot of problems and has had and will continue to have. But we've focused our investments on therapeutic justice for nonviolent offenders that have mental health and drug issues. They are not criminals. They were sick, and they got caught in the criminal justice system. And so we've focused on trying to change their lives. We've created 14 specialty courts since I've been there. We've invested in a new public defender's office. We've created a case management system with a division in mental health. We've contracted with Center for Healthcare Services for mental health clinicians. We've staffed our jail with over 100 health professionals, and we've created a managed assigned counsel office. Over these 21 years now, we have literally saved thousands of lives. Just this last Friday, I spoke at the drug court graduation ceremony, and if you ever get invited to one, go. With all the families that are there, they've gone through a 1 to 2 year intensive program overlooked by judges, and the impact that they're having on families and getting them back in society has been tremendous. We only have about a 15% recidivism rate. I want to thank Commissioners Justin Rodriguez and Rebecca Clay Flores, who provided the major leadership in moving us forward on public health initiatives. Third, we must continue to create a diversified tech ecosystem and moving advanced manufacturing forward. Bexar County is working to expand the 48,000 tech jobs that we have in Bexar County with our $1 million annual innovation fund. We created it back in 2016 to focus on job recruitment, talent development, competitions, business expansion, and technical workforce training for targeted technology-based industries. One of the initiatives we have is Tech Fuel, a talent development competition which fosters growth in local technology sector by providing qualified winners of the technology contest with economic grants. This competition this month, we're having it, will have already 60 startups applying to win. Port San Antonio is changing us. Their new innovation center is making a big difference in allowing greater work and bringing in more cybersecurity efforts that they are rapidly expanding on at the port. The most part of this in technology is what I would call advanced manufacturing. 60-some-odd% of the firms that we're looking at to try to bring here are in advanced manufacturing that uses the latest technology to manufacture. And at this point, Bexar County is building a 30,000 square foot advanced training facility at Brooks City Base in a partnership with 15 private manufacturing companies. We're led by Toyota, HEB, now Navistar, and it's really it's going to make a difference in the type of people that we're able to train to get into advanced manufacturing. I'm proud of what we've done with Bibliotech. It's our 9th anniversary. We were the first all-digital public library in the United States. We've had now over 1.2 million on-site visits, 2.2 million ebooks have been checked out, and 45,000 ebook readers have been circulated. We're now partnering with 58 schools and 14 school districts, reaching a total of some 25,000 students. We're also building something new and different, what we call Bibliotech EDU. It's a digital library that's going to serve 3 schools on the Fox Tech campus: Cass Tech, the Advanced Learning Academy, and a Health and Law Magnet School. We're set to open Bibliotech in December. The 8,400 square foot library will include a recording studio, study rooms, community rooms, maker space, and a robotic room. I want to thank my wife, Tracy, for the $2 million that she has raised to build that bibliothèque, and we're anxious to get it going. I think it'll be the first one in the nation. Fourth, we should create transforming projects that blend the beauty of nature with urban life. The Commissioner's Court funded $200 million for the restoration of the 8-mile Mission reach of the river, the largest ecological restoration of an urban river in the United States. Over 2,400 acres of land along the banks are now public land, 3 times the size of Central Park. The Commissioner's Court has also now funded $240 million for San Pedro Creek. That was just a ditch that went through the middle of San Antonio, and that's where we began, on the creek, not on the river. This Friday, 6:45, we'll have a grand opening of the restoration of the downtown section of San Pedro Creek. We also have numerous artists who have created murals along the way, and the creek has generated numerous economic development, as well as restoring the ecosystem, flood control, cleaning the water, planting trees and native vegetation, and again, with the numerous pieces of public art that we have. I want to thank the San Antonio River Authority. Derek is here with us today, the CEO boys, and they're our partners in that work. Thank you very much. Now, these 2 transforming projects are blending nature with an urban life that we think is really critical, right in the heart of the city. I think some 10,000 housing units have been built in the last several years, right in the heart of the city and on the fringes of it. At the same time, the Alameda Theater is being renovated, a new federal courthouse, TPR headquarters, Hemisphere Park development, and the restoration of 2 historic buildings that we're doing through the Bexar County Public Facilities Corporation. We're really beginning to see the change in downtown. We did fund $100 million for the Tobin Center for the Performing Arts, and let me tell you how great they're doing now. They are a world-class venue that has become the #1 performing arts center of its size in Texas and the #2 of its size in the world. Great, great, great work they're doing. Over 1.5 million have attended 3,800 events at the Tobin. And we just added a little bit more to that just yesterday. We approved $300,000 in funding for the Classical Music Institute, a Tobin Center resident company that will expand their program on engaging youth to cultivate classical music education and performance. They will also partner with Opera San Antonio and the ballet this coming fall and winter that we're performing this year. Now, we're also funding programs that would link nature around the city. We have $244 million that we're linking nature with other parts of the city. 27 creek and trails, 35 new miles of hike-bike trails, and restoring 12.5 miles of rivers and creek, connecting our community with the spurring economic development around it. Fifth and last, We need to continue to create more sports and recreational opportunities. The county is committed to creating more amateur and professional sports facilities. We have built 13 regional sports parks. We have funded sports parks in our parks, have invested in sports facilities in UTSA, Texas A&M, Incarnate Word, St. Mary's University. And we just passed a county parks master plan for 22 projects. Funding was $74.4 million. The county is investing $13 million in a new 22-acre park located next to the Spurs new Human Performance Center. It will be completed in 2023. The Human Performance Center will add almost 2,000 jobs as they blend retail and medical services along with their performance center. I can't say enough about the Peter Holt and his family, and his greatest quote when there was some doubt about the Spurs. He made it very clear in a passionate statement that he released. There are no Spurs without the city and the people of San Antonio. That is a tremendous, great statement, so we need to continue to support them. They're an economic generator. They have put us on the international map to many international companies that are locating in our city right now. So we're going to continue to enhance the grounds that we have. 2008, we enhanced them, and we're really creating an economic engine with the arena, with the Coliseum, and with the 350,000 exhibit halls that we have built on the 184 acres that we have. We partner with the city of San Antonio to invest in Toyota Field and now have a great home team, San Antonio FC, which has taken the United States Soccer League to a new level. I'd like to see it on the level of the Major League Soccer, and I believe we play just as good soccer as they would ever think about playing, and we are in first place. We are working on a new baseball stadium. Perhaps it will come. We've worked for a long time to bring one downtown, or it may end up next to UTSA, north of town, and could end up renovating the existing stadium, but some investments are going to have to be made there. Now, somebody asked me the other day, are we going to get an NFL team? And I said, well, in my opinion, we don't need an NFL team. We got the UTSA Roadrunners. They are our professional team, and that's where we ought to be putting our money. Put your money in that football team. Don't worry about the other. We almost, for 3/4, beat Texas University, the professional team of Austin. So we've got a great chance to move up with respect to football. Let's say a couple of things in closing. When I became county judge in 2001, there were 1.3 million people in Bexar County. Today, there are 2 million people, and we're growing at an even faster pace. And we have to plan and be ready for that growth. Since I became county judge, I've worked to help streamline our county management to handle the growth that we've had and what we will be having. We created the Texas's first Texas county manager that established direct lines of authority, and then we've also established new departments: Economic and Community Development Department, Public Information Officer, Office of Criminal Justice, Public Defender, Managed Assigned Counsel, Military and Veteran Services, and Preventive Health and Environmental Services, and we've created over 12 emergency service districts. So I think the county is ready for that growth. When I first started in 2001, the budget was $546 million. Today it's $2.9 billion budget. We did some really good work, I think, this last year. We recently passed a 20% homestead exemption for homeowners, which will provide overall economic relief of $207 million to property owners. We've continued to be really one of the few local governments that has a AAA credit rating with all of the three agencies. Our general fund balance today is 562 million. Is 162 million. I said that wrong. The highest we've ever had. So we're leaving the county in a very, very strong financial condition. I want to thank Commissioner Maria Lynn Bernard. She was instrumental in the budget and also got citizens that 20% homestead exemption. So thank you, Maria Lynn. Tracy and I have sought to do our part in making San Antonio a great place to live, work, and play. We came together as two strong individuals, devoting our life to protecting our environment and enhancing human life. I read her a poem at our wedding from Cahill Gibran, third most read poet in history. And we live by those tenets. In a few words, give your hearts, but not to each other's keeping, and stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow. So we've worked that way, and I think we've made some difference. And as my time draws to a close as county judge, Tracy and I are not people who will sit idly by and seek only pleasure. We're not retiring, but we're transitioning to a new way of life. And we will continue to try to make a positive contribution to our community. So as I leave this stage, I will not say farewell, but ask you to join Tracy and I in seeking to protect nature and taking our humanity to a higher level. Thank you.